Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Methodology Maths by Pratik Grover sir. Our today's topic is exercise 2.3 from 9th standard NCERT textbook, which is regarding the remainder theorem and the division of polynomials by a polynomial. If you have not yet gone through the video of remainder theorem, it's my request, go through that video first. I'm sending the link of that video in the description of this video. Go through that video first and then come back for this exercise, because without that video you will not able to understand this exercise. So before starting my topic of today, it's a request, if you're not yet subscribed my channel, please do subscribe my channel and click the bell icon so you can get a notification whenever I post a new video regarding your topic. This is 9th standard NCERT textbook exercise 2.3. Let's go through. The first question in exercise 2.3 is, find the remainder when a polynomial is given to us, that is p of x is given to us, that is x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. This polynomial is given to us and you have to find the remainder with different g of x given to us, different divisors given to us. So in the first question, g of x is given to us as x plus 1. Now I have explained in the previous video of remainder theorem that if you want to find only the remainder, the question is to find the remainder. If you want to find the remainder, equate the g of x equals to 0. I'm again telling, this will not be explained in this video. If you want the explanation of this, why we are doing this method, go to the video given in the description. The link of the video given in the description. X plus 1 equals to 0. So x will be equals to minus 1. Substituting this value of x in this equation, so p of minus 1 would be equals to minus 1 cube plus 3 into minus 1 square plus 3 into minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 cube, that is minus 1, plus 3 into minus 1 square, that is 1. Square of a negative number is always positive. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 plus 1. As you can see, this minus 1 and plus 1, they will cancel out. 3 into 1 is 3, minus 3, answer is 0. So this is a remainder. The remainder of the first question is 0. The question may be asked whether this is the factor of this polynomial or not. So to find whether this given g of x is a factor of this polynomial or not, remainder came out to 0, then yes, it is a factor. So yes, it is a factor and the remainder is 0. There are 5 questions of this. I'll be doing okay, so let us start. Let us do right now, everyone. Second, g of x given to us is x minus half. I will equate it to 0. So x will be equals to plus half, plus 1 by 2. Substituting this value of halves to find the remainder, substitute this value of x in the polynomial p of x, we will get p of half will be equals to 1 by 2 cube plus 3 into 1 by 2 square plus 3 into 1 by 2 plus 1. What is 1 by 2 whole cube? It is 1 upon 8. 3 multiplied by 1 by 2 whole square will be 1 by 4 plus 3 into 1 by 2 will be 3 by 2 plus 1. This is 1 by 8 plus 3 into 1 by 4 will become 3 by 4 plus 3 by 2 plus 1. Taking LCM, LCM would be 8. So 1 plus 6 plus 12 plus 8 upon 8. Taking LCM. So we will got the answer 27 upon 8. This is the remainder when we divide g of x by p of x by g of x. Let us proceed to a third sum. The third sum is only x. Third, g of x is given to us as only x. G of x is given to us as x. Equated to 0, so x will be equals to 0. Substituting the value of 0 in p of x is x cube. So 0 cube plus 3 into 0 square plus 3 into 0 plus 1. First term, second term, third term all become 0. 0 plus 1 will be 1. So your remainder would be only 1. The fourth sum given is g of x is given as x plus pi. Equating this to 0, I will get x as minus pi. Substituting this value as minus pi, the p of minus pi will be minus pi whole cube plus 3 into pi square plus 3 into pi plus 1. This is pi cube minus pi cube. Negative will remain negative. 3 pi square plus 3 pi plus 1. Now substituting the value of pi, this is 22 by 7 whole cube plus 3 into 22 by 7 whole square plus 3 into 22 by 7 plus 1. So what is the cube of 22? That is 10,648, which should be negative because it was minus cube, upon 7 cube is 343 plus 3 multiplied by 22 square is 484 upon 7 square is 49. 3 into 22 is 66 upon 7 plus 1. Taking LCM. LCM would be 343. This will remain minus 10,648 plus this will get multiplied by 7. 7 into 3 into 484. That will be 21 into 484. That will be 21 into 484. It would be 10,164 plus this will get multiplied with 49. That is 3,234 and this will get multiplied with 343. So only 343. Divide by 343. If we add the numerators, 3093 upon 343. So this is your remainder because they are not further divisible. This is your final answer. Let us move to the fifth question. Fifth question is 5 plus 2x. This is our g of x. Equate it to 0. This 5 will go on that side. So 2x will be equals to minus 5. X will be minus 5 by 2. X will be minus 5 by 2. Substituting in polynomial. So p of minus 5 by 2. P of minus 5 by 2 will give us minus 5 by 2 whole cube plus 3 into minus 5 by 2 whole square plus 3 into 5 by 2 plus 1. Opening the bracket, this will be minus 125 upon 8 plus 3 into 25 by 4 plus 15 upon 2 plus 1. This will be minus 125 by 8 plus 75 by 4 plus 15 by 2 plus 1. Take their LCM and find the answer. Take their LCM and you will find their answer, and that would be your remainder. 8 is the LCM, so minus 125. This will get multiplied by 2, that is 150. Plus this will get multiplied by 4 plus 60. This will get multiplied by 8, that is 8. Whole divide by this whole divide by 8. So your final answer would be plus 25 plus 60, that is plus 85 plus 8, that is 93 by 8. The final answer would be 93 by 8. This is the remainder in the final question, 93 by 8. Let us proceed to the second sum, second main question of this exercise. The second question is similar. The polynomial now given to us is p of x is given as x cube minus ax square plus 6x minus a. And the question is find the remainder when this is divided by g of x given to us is x minus a. So we have to find the remainder when this polynomial is divided by this polynomial. To find the remainder, we have learned equate the g of x equals to 0. So x will be equals to 8. See, if you want to find the remainder, then only this possibility is there. If they want to find quotient, you have to divide it with long division method. Substituting this value, p of a would become a cube minus a into a square plus 6 into a minus a. Substituting the value of x as a into this will be a cube minus a into a square will become a cube, plus 6 into a becomes 6a minus a. A minus a cube will cancel out. 6a minus a, answer is 5a. So this is the remainder when this polynomial is divided by this polynomial. Third question. In third question, check whether 7 plus 3x is a factor of, so here g of x given to us is 7 plus 3x. You have to check whether this is a factor of which factor. This is polynomial given as 3x cube plus 7x. You have to find whether this is a factor of this or not. To find whether this is a factor of this or not, same method. I have explained that video also in the previous video, that if you want to find whether they are factor or not, just do the same method you are doing to find the remainder. If the remainder comes out to be 0, then yes, it's a factor. If remainder is not 0, it's not a factor. So we will equate g of x to 0, that is 7 plus 3x equals to 0. 7 plus 3x equals to 0. This 7 will go on that side. So 3x will be equals to minus 7. X will be equals to minus 7 by 3. Substituting this value of x in p of x. So p of minus 7 by 3 minus 7 by 3, we will get 3 multiplied by minus 7 by 3 whole cube plus 7 into minus 7 by 3. Opening the brackets, this will be 3 multiplied by minus 7 cube, that is minus 343 upon 3 cube, that is 27 whole upon, plus 7 into minus 7, that is minus 49 upon 3. 3 ones are 3, 9s are. Taking LCM, 9 would be the LCM. This will be minus 343. This will get multiplied with 3. So minus 27, that is 147 upon 9. The answer would be, this will be 10. Why this minus remain? Because it is cube. So 10. We will adding them and we will give a minus sign in between. 9 minus 490 by 9. This is not equals to 0. This is not equals to 0. By dividing, we understood this both are negative. So both are negative. So we'll add them and keep a minus sign ahead. Dividing by 9. As the answer is not equals to 0, what does this mean? If the answer is not 0, then the given polynomial is not a factor of that polynomial. Understood? We will proceed towards the exercise 2.4. So please stay with me. So let us continue with the exercise 2.4. Why I have taken 2.4 part 1 is because in the exercise 2.4 we have the same concept to find whether a polynomial is a factor of other polynomial or not. There are total 5 questions in 2.4. The first 3 questions are of the same type we have learned in 2.3. The remaining 2 questions I will be making a new video for it. So right now I am only discussing with the same concept which we have learned, that is exercise 2.4 part 1, the factor theorem. If the remainder comes out to be 0, then g of x is a factor of p of x and p of x is a multiple of g of x. That is a factor theorem which I have explained in that previous video also. So let us start with the first question. Determine which of the polynomial has x plus 1 is a factor. So g of x, x plus 1, it is given constant. This is only the factor, this is only the g of x given to us, and 4 polynomials are given to us, and we have to find which polynomial has x plus 1 as a factor. So the question is to find whether it's a factor or not. In that case, we will equate it to 0. We'll get the value of x as minus 1. Simply substitute the value of x as minus 1 in all the polynomials. For those polynomials whose answer comes out to be 0, it's a factor. If it doesn't come out to be 0, it's not a factor. So the first is, see, there are 4, I'll be doing only 2, first and fourth. The remaining two are homework for you. In the first, p of x is given to us as x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So p of minus 1, see, to find whether it's a factor or not, we have to substitute the value of x in this. Minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square plus minus 1 plus 1. What is minus 1 cube? That is minus 1. What is minus 1 square? That is plus 1. So I'll write only plus 1. What is plus into minus? Here it will minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 will get cut. Minus 1 plus 1 will get cut. So our remainder is 0. If remainder comes out to be 0, then yes, g of x is factor of p of x. So if remainder comes out to be 0, g of x is factor of p of x. Fourth one, in fourth question, the p of x given to us is x cube minus x square minus 2 plus root 2x plus root 2. X root 2x plus root 2. Substituting the value of x as minus 1, we'll get minus 1 cube minus of minus 1 square minus 2 plus root 2 into minus 1. This is multiplied minus 1 plus root 2. Minus 1 cube is minus 1. This minus 1 square is plus 1. So this minus in between I'll write minus and write then 1 over here. This minus will get multiplied with this minus 1. So this minus and minus will become plus, and in the bracket as it is 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. This is minus 1, that is minus 2. Now because of this plus sign, no sign will get changed in the bracket. So this will be plus 2 plus root 2 plus root 2. This 2 and 2, this will get cancelled, minus 2 plus 2. But root 2 plus root 2 is 2 root 2. Root 2 plus root 2 is 2 root 2. As it is not equals to 0, we can say that g of x is not a factor of p of x. So if answer comes out to be 0, it's a factor. If it doesn't comes out to be 0, it's not a factor. Let us proceed to a second sum. In the second sum also the question is same, but for individual each question there is a different polynomial, that is different dividend and different divisor. So we have to follow the same method. There are 3 different questions and I will be doing only one. So I am opting for the second question. You have to again find whether the g of x is a factor of p of x or not. P of x given is x cube plus 3x square minus 2x minus 1. Sorry, I have combined two different questions. Sorry. P of x is given x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1. This is given to us. And g of x is given as x plus 2. You have to find whether this is a factor of this or not. So I'll equate this to 0. So x will comes out to be minus 2. Substituting the value of x as minus 2 in the polynomial p of x. So minus 2 cube plus 3 into minus 2 square plus 3 into minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 cube is minus 8 plus 3 multiplied by minus 2 square is plus 4. 3 into minus 2 is minus 6 plus 1. This minus 8 will remain minus 8. 3 into 4 becomes 12 minus 6 plus 1. To solve such type of questions, the easiest method is to first add those who are in positive. So 12 plus 1 will come 13. And add those who are negative and keep a minus sign ahead. 8 and 6 add up to give 14. Both were negative, so I have kept minus 14 over here. The answer will be minus 1. As the answer is not 0, this is not 0. So the final answer would be g of x is not a factor of p of x. The remaining both the questions, first and third, can be done by you from the second question. I am proceeding towards the third question. The third question is also same, but the difference is they have given us 4 polynomials, and in all the 4 polynomials there is one unknown value, that is k. We have k in all the 4 of them, and they have told that g of x, that is x minus 1. For all the polynomials, this is a factor of polynomial. It is already given to us. So if it is already a factor of the polynomial given to us, that will mean that the remainder will come out to be 0. The remainder, after substituting the value of x in the polynomial p of x in the dividend, definitely the remainder will come out to be 0, because g of x is a factor of p of x. अगर g of x p of x का फैक्टर है, पहले से ही है, आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग अगेन दैट वर्ड इन इंग्लिश एंड हिंदी. अगर g of x p of x का फैक्टर है, तो हमारा जो रिमाइंडर थ्योरम से रिमाइंडर 0 आता है वो तो कंपलसरी आएगा. यहाँ पे एक अननोन वैल्यू है k की, तो हमको k फाइंड करना है ये जानते हुए कि रिमाइंडर हमारा 0 है. सो विल फाइंड k knowing that the remainder would be 0. The first polynomial given to us is p of x equals to x square plus x plus k. So we know that substituting the value of x as 1, our answer will be 0. So 1 square plus 1 plus k would be equals to 0. Why it would be equal to 0? Because it's a factor. If 1 is a fact, x equals to 1, x is equal to 1 is one of the zeros of this polynomial. We put then remainder is 0, so the answer should come out to be 0. This 1 square, that is 1. 1 plus 1 will become 2 plus k equals to 0. This 2 will go on that side. So k will be equals to minus 2. The value of k will come out to be minus 2. Second question. Polynomial given to us. So we can find unknown values in the equation knowing one of the factors of that equation. 2x square plus kx plus root 2. This is the polynomial given to us. We know that x minus 1 is a factor. So substituting the value of 1, 2 into 1 square plus k into 1 plus root 2. This will be equal to 0. So I am writing 0 equals to. Why this will be equal to 0? Because it's a factor. Remainder will be 0. If I substitute, the remainder should come 0. 1 square, that is 1. 2 into 1 will remain 2. K into 1 will remain k. And this is plus root 2. To find k, this 2 and root 2. See, they will not get added. They are not like. They will not get added. They will simply go on the left hand side. So k will be equals to minus 2 minus root 2. This is the value of k. Minus 2 minus root 2. Third question. P of x given to us is kx square minus root 2x plus 1. Substituting the value of x as 1, k into 1 square minus root 2 into 1 plus 1. The remainder is 0, so this will come out to be 0. 1 square, that is 1, k into 1 is 1, minus root 2 plus 1. They will not get added. These both the terms will go on the left hand side or the right hand side, as you say. So k will be equals to root 2 will go on that side, it will become plus root 2. 1 will go on that side, it will become minus 1. So the value of k is root 2 minus 1. Last question for the day. Fourth question. P of x given to us is kx square minus 3x plus k. Substituting the value of x as 1, so k into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus k. As the remainder should come out to be 0, so this will be k, 1 square is 1 into k is k, minus 3 plus k. This minus 3 will go on that side, it will become plus 3. On the right hand side, k plus k will become 2k. Take 2 on the left hand side, it is multiplying to k, so it will get divided. So 3 by 2 will be equals to k. So your final value is k equals to 3 by 2. So in this way you can find the unknown values in a polynomial if you know the perfect factor of that polynomial. I hope this topic is clear. In the next video we'll start with the factorization, in which middle term splitting would be there and long division would be there. There will be only 7 sums in next video, so be ready for that video. Till now, this will be fine. Please subscribe to my channel if you are not done yet, and please click to that bell icon. Thank you friends. Bye.